Hey there, internets. This is Kyle with another edition of the My Business Launch Secrets YouTube channel. We're on day 117 here in my journey in starting a new online business, trying to get from $0 to $1 million within the course of the year, within the course of a year, whilst doing this part-time because I still have a day job with bills to pay and kids to feed. On today's episode, it's mostly about me testing out if my video quality while filming during the daytime, because while typically I'm recording these videos at the end of my day and it's like 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, so very dark. Today is different. Today's weekend. My wife took the kids out to run some errands, and so I figured, since I actually didn't record a video last night as I normally do, because after hanging out with the family, we went out to eat and all this sort of stuff, came home and got the kids to bed and just kind of passed out on the bed, because that's what I do sometimes. So got lots of sleep, which was amazing as usual, but did not record a video. So I needed to do that, and sometimes I just wait till the following night. But since I have a little time here in the morning, I just figured, why don't I just go ahead and do it? I was just curious also just to see how it looks like. I got some super cheap room darkening curtains, cover a big set of glass doors that go to the outside, so obviously they could bring a lot of light, natural light in, and it is nice and sunny today. But yeah, the curtains work fine. I think you probably wouldn't even know if I didn't tell you that it was daytime, and that was kind of the point, to try to keep all the videos looking roughly the same. So in any case, in terms of the business, I don't frankly have too much to report. I didn't really work a lot yesterday on it. I mentioned in the last video, I kind of finished putting the content together for the handful of web pages and the one funnel I will be launching everything with here. I haven't done it yet today, but here today I plan to kind of go through there and just double check everything, and also need to update like some titles and descriptions and stuff for the old Google search. Be sure all my right keywords are loaded in and all that sort of fun stuff. So I should get that done today, and then maybe if I record another video tonight, I can maybe walk through what that looks like and describe some of my thought processes there. Yesterday was actually only a half day at work, just because I took off. Technically I get every other Friday off, but usually it doesn't work like that. But yesterday I was able to make it work, so I did that. In the afternoon, did have a couple of conversations with some folks related to this potential new day job that I'm pursuing. And these it wasn't necessarily exactly formal interviews, although I guess it sort of served that purpose to a certain degree, but it was more so me asking some questions to a couple guys I know that work there, and just wanted to get their perspective on, number one, just how the company's going in general, and number two, what they thought was most needed within the company in terms of what I would be contributing and the role that I would have. So those were good discussions. Pretty much learned also, or confirmed, I should say, it wasn't really new, but confirmed that it seems there's a lot of interest from people doing the hiring that want to hire me. When I first started on this, which was like back in, probably been 6 weeks ago now, when I first started, even just saying, here's my resume for this, position. Let me know if you're interested, sort of thing. At that point, it was almost a shot in the dark. I knew there were certain things in my background that probably would appeal to them, given what they were looking for, what they described in the posting. But there were several other things that I probably ideally they would like to have. But obviously anybody that posts a job up, it's very hard to find the exact perfect guy or gal with the exact background and experience that you need to fit your specific role. So, I've hired enough people to recognize that you're trying to find somebody more so with, yes, some direct relevant experience to the job you need them to do, but that also is just, number one, has a good personality fit with the people he or her are going to be working with, and number two, somebody that's just willing to kind of adapt and learn new things, get up to speed relatively quickly on the specific needs that you have for that position, etc. And that's not something you can easily identify just in a resume, whether or not somebody has those kinds of. So when you first submit a resume, you kind of don't know exactly how it's going to go, right? Since that time, and after having several interviews now, it seems that I've at least given them. I guess I've been able to convey well enough that, again, I'm able and willing to kind of meet up to the expectations that they're looking for in this type of role, and recognizing that there are certainly areas that I need to get more up to speed on pretty quickly and learn some new skills that I just haven't had to exercise in my previous jobs, but that I'm certainly capable of doing that within a relatively short period of time. And so based on these conversations I had yesterday, it seems that the people, at least that are involved in hiring, seem to be pretty interested, and so following this visit that I'm making out there next week, they probably will make me an offer. So again, as I mentioned previously, it'll be at that point decision-making time in terms of, do I make the leap, do I not make the leap, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, as it stands today, and I think I've kind of been leaning this way maybe all week, as I've alluded to in past videos, that I think it probably is something that I'm ready to take on, as scary as it might be, just to a certain degree. But it's just kind of weird, there's been various things, I guess, that pop up in my, either that like Russell Brunson will mention on a podcast, which I'm, listening to regularly right now, or something on the, social medias that pops up that all point me, because the stuff I follow on social media is, a lot of, business related, entrepreneurship related people or channels or whatever. And it just seems like the universe, God, whatever, may be telling me that, hey, it's okay to take a bit more risk, just through, again, various things that I keep coming across, which I don't normally come across, whatever, somebody sharing a quote or something, or sharing their story of how, they have been able to find success in their own careers or their own businesses or whatever by being willing to take on roles that they were not comfortable with, did not have in-depth expertise on, but were able to get in there, adapt, and find a lot of success in doing so. So anyway, we'll see. Again, still don't know what an actual offer will look like, and that will obviously certainly have a big influence. I'm not just going to take the job if it's like I take a big pay cut or something, take a big pay cut in exchange for getting, some shares of stock or something that might be very valuable in the future, or could be worth nothing, as is the case with a lot of these smaller-ish startup type company. This is not exactly a startup company, but to give you a little bit of a flavor, it's not a long, well-established company like an Apple or Google either. So anyway, I guess that's about it for today. I'm going to get back to work here. I also have to do my freaking taxes, which is just always a pain in the ass, but got to do it. So probably need to work on that a little bit today as well. So get back to it. Hope you're doing well. Keep on kicking ass, taking names, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.